Technology is a great thing if the technology works. But what we found with a lot of our clients is it's not that they're not capable of using technology, it's just technology can be really annoying to use. And my dad's probably a good example of that, in that he's got an iPad and he's got an Apple TV and these things. And when everything's working fine, it's okay. But if he gets thrown, if there's a software update, or if he needs to put in his Apple ID, or if something goes wrong, he gets incredibly frustrated by the experience. So I've run a technology company for 25 years. We're based in Melbourne, and we decided to do something about this. So we have developed a product called Lumin, which I'll show you through. And the whole purpose of Lumin is to keep you connected to your family and friends and the outside world, regardless of where they are. When people decide they want to go ahead with a product, we give them a call on the phone and we run through some very simple questions about how they would like the device set up and customized. And we make those changes over the phone. And the next thing you know, you've got a box that looks like this. And you can open up the box, and inside there's this device, which is a tablet. And on the back is a stand here, so you can open that up and it sits freely on the bench. And a power cord. Now, I'll just put that down there. Really, the purpose here is just to show you how easy this is to set up and use the device. But we then just grab the power cord, we connect the two bits, just like that. We put one end into the wall, and the other end just goes into a little spot on the screen here. So we just plug that in. Now, normally with a tablet or an iPad or something like that, you would need to obviously connect it and set up your Apple ID and passwords and time zones and all sorts of complex things. But what we've done is we've simplified all of that. So there's none of that hard work to do. As soon as you turn it on, it turns on as soon as you connect the power, and you're up and running. And then straight away, hopefully you can see that, straight away, you can see my name is at the top here. And everything on the screen here has been customized directly for me. So I'll give you a bit of an idea of what some of the functions are. So the first thing you'll see here is a phone tile. So if I click on that, this screen is a fully functioning phone, even to the point where it has its own phone number that anybody can call. It's got a dial pad, so you can call anyone else that you wish, or you can go through and add some contacts, to almost like a teledex, so people can see. You can just, with one button, you can go through and click on that, and that will call. It could be a local pizza shop or the doctor, or whatever it is that you wish to call. We can have communities of people. So, for example, one of the Stockland communities, people can opt in to have their phone number in here. And it's almost like being in a hotel. You can literally call or video call other people in the Stockland village. So, for example, just say I wanted to make a phone call, and you can see my dad's down here. So my dad's got one of these screens as well. And so if I wanted to call Dad, I can click on that, and as long as it's had time to turn itself on, that will call my dad. Now, I chose a video call. I had the option of a phone call or a video call. Oh, there you are. We're having a chat to Stockland at the moment, so I thought I'd just give you a call and have a bit of a chat. And you've been using Lumin for a while now, so I thought I would have a bit of a chat about your experience and what you think of the product. So your daughter, my sister, lives in Sydney, and it'd be great to obviously it's been tough during isolation, but also just generally how it helps you connect with the family.
to me, it's very beneficial. It's large. It's easy to use. There's no passwords. But still, there are no updates, which is always the bane of my life. And when I'm in, I have it positioned in the kitchen. So when I come out in the morning, I can click on the morning news. I can select my preset radio stations, which I really do enjoy. And from time to time, I listen to the podcasts. So, I guess it's got everything at my fingertips. I can use other medium, but this packages it nicely as far as I'm concerned. As far as my daughter's in Sydney, and of course the grandchildren are growing up. I haven't seen them since February, and they're 8 and 3. And that's the time when they're spurting on and starting to be really interesting. So I'm missing that tremendously, but by being able to talk to them, it's really been beneficial from my state of mind. I never thought I'd start talking about my state of mind, but it really gives me a sense of involvement with my grandchildren, and also with Paul's kids too, albeit they're only down towards the peninsula. And the other benefit, I suppose, Paul, is that I use the photos a lot. I've got, through your help, I've got a lot of photographs on my screen, and they flick through constantly, and they're lovely memories. And the video calling obviously is a huge advantage also. I can keep in touch with them moment to moment, day to day. So, that's in a package as I see it. And to me, it's sure there are other mediums, but this one gives me everything at my fingertips.
And it's, in terms of the difference between, your iPad and the Lumin screen, obviously the Lumin screen's designed to always be on, but, is it the fact that it's larger and easier to use? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what?
Oh, no, that's a given. That's an absolute given. The screen is, and I guess as your eyesight starts to get under load a bit, when you get to your latter years, to have that bigger screen is just a huge advantage. You guys do the update, and I can use it. And that suits me right down the ground.
Good stuff. All right, Dad. Well, thank you so much for taking a bit of time this morning, and good to chat to you. I'll give you a call back later on Lumin, and we'll have a chat then. All right, take care. Bye. So that's how the phone works, and I thought rather than me telling you about it, having Dad talk about the product is probably more appropriate. So messages, for example, from the app on my phone, I can send Dad messages very simply from this app. So family and friends can download this free app on their mobile phone, and anywhere in the world. So we've got family all over the world that use this to send messages and make calls and video calls and share photos, and they can also share calendar events and diary. So you can send something, and within here as well, it has the option for Stockland to be able to send messages out to residents as well. So it doesn't just keep you in contact with family, it's a very simple hub to keep you connected to Stockland and your village. Over here, this is a calendar, as I mentioned, and this is, as a family member, I can share calendar events with my dad. So it might be kids' birthdays or important events. So I can also set up things like medication reminders and other reminders. So it's a shared calendar. I mentioned photos before. So from the app on your phone, family and friends can upload photos, and then just this scrolls through. It's like a carousel of photos that's always updating when the family add more photos. You can click on this little button here and look through the individual family members and look at their photos, and even the grandkids can have the app on their smartphone. So it's a really nice way of being able to share memories with my dad. There's games, so you know, things like draft and patience and chess. So really, you know, big and friendly and easy to use. And everything on the screen here, as I mentioned, is configured specifically for you. So these apps or these tiles on the screen are all specific to you. We've got news. This is a custom list of news features. And it's got this function down here where you can make the text nice and big. And we find if people can stay in contact with what's happening in the world very, very simply, then it's a nice way for them to feel engaged and involved with their community. We've got the obligatory weather. It's always important to know what the weather's doing. So this is a live feed of the weather and a rain radar. So you can see I'm in Victoria. We've got the time down here. One of them is entertainment. So radio, my dad mentioned. So if you click on radio, this has your favorite radio stations, and they can be from anywhere in the world. We've had clients that say, look, I want, you know, the BBC, or I want American country music, or I just want 3AW because I can't, where I've moved, I don't get AM radio anymore, and it's really frustrating. So these are your radio stations, and you can click anywhere in this tile and it will play that music. And you've got these big friendly volume controls down here on the bottom. And we find that's a very, very popular function on the device. Now, podcasts, when we're speaking to our clients, a lot of them don't know what a podcast is, but really a podcast is just a radio show that you can listen to whenever you want. So if you click on podcasts here, these are the shows that I've got available to me, and I can click on those. And these are down here are just the different radio shows. So instead of having to listen to my favorite radio show at 7:30 in the morning, I can choose to listen to it anytime I wish just by clicking on play, and that will play that podcast to me.
From the New York Times, I'm Michael Barbaro. This is Daily.
These are videos. So what we do in here, we've got a TV channel here, but there's also, we can have things like news. Stockland can have their own channel, and this is to broadcast stuff live. It might be a church service, or it might be education or information. But to give you an idea of how that might work, to see, so we've got Dave who works for me. Dave's been doing some really cool stuff around raffles and prizes, and we've been doing live music and concerts. So we'll see whether he's there.
I hope you're enjoying the presentation. The whole team at Lumin are looking forward to the idea of working with you guys. Enjoy the rest of the presentation. And this is my little mascot, the team mascot here, little Indy. And enjoy, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
So, you know, we just did that as a bit of an example of the types of things we can deliver on the screen. But then we're also doing, you'll see there's these other tiles here, and every week we're rotating different content. So we've had museums of the world. Last week we had the Louvre and the Met in New York. This week we've been doing some other things. So if you wanted to do a tour of the Eiffel Tower, for example, you can click on that tile and very, very simply get access to a tour of the Eiffel Tower itself. And I think next week we're doing some more live concerts. So I think it's Andrew Rio and some other people. But we're finding, I think the other one we've got at the moment is the QE2. Actually trying to get to a point where you can see a view. So that just gives you an idea of the type of thing that's available on Lumin TV. The last tile you'll see here, which I'll run through, is community news and events. So this is where we can work with your village manager, and by clicking on the screen, you get immediate access to what's on in the village, and you can join events and activities. So, for example, if I wanted to join a dance that's on, I can literally just click on the screen there. That lets the village manager know that you're attending, and you're off and running. So I think that's a quick run through of the screen. I mean, the whole idea of this, as I mentioned, is we make it super simple for you to use the technology. The technology is really designed to stay out of the way so you can enjoy the experience of connecting with family and friends in the outside world. And if you have any problems, our customer service is always there to help. So just say you wanted to change something on the screen or you wanted some help, you can just click on customer support here. And that will ring through to the customer support team. Turn that down a little bit.
Please hold while we find an available support agent to assist you. Your call may be recorded for monitoring purposes. If you would like to leave a voicemail, you may dial 1 at any time.
And we have people call, no matter what it is, it might be technical or it might be they want to change some of the functions on the device. But the whole idea is that we're always on the end of the phone. Hello, Ching, it's Paul Wilson. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Paul?
Good. I'm doing a presentation to Stockland at the moment, and we're talking about how fantastic our customer service is.
Thanks, Paul.
So we get
you think that way.
well, we get fantastic feedback with our customer service team, and I thought I'd just give you a call. So, Ching, you can change apps on the screen, and you can help if there's anything wrong with the device and fix it remotely. And
yes, that's right.
And if anything does go wrong, you can either fix it or you can make sure it's fixed. Is that the best description?
Yeah.
Good.
That's exactly it. And I could also add radio stations if there's anything you'd like added in there, podcasts, anything at all. Yeah.
No, tremendous. All right, Ching. Well, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.
You too, Paul. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye. So that's an example of the product and a bit of a run through. You would have the device in your home, and then the family and friends download an app, a free app on their mobile phone, so on their Android phone or their Apple phone. I can send a message to Dad very, very simply from within here. I can share photos. I can add calendar. Let me see that, but I can add calendar events within here very, very simply. And also I can jump in and go into photos here and just add photos directly from my phone to Dad's screen, and people love the photos. And the other thing is obviously the video calls, which is kind of like this call. It's kind of like a Zoom call, but without the password or having to download or put in the code. If there's a video call coming on the screen, and that could be from family and friends, or it could be from the village, you just click on answer. And because we remotely monitor and manage the device, we do the operating system updates, we make sure it's working. If the battery is running low, then we know about it. And it's designed to be left on all the time. So at night, we can get it to go into a night mode so it's not too bright. I mean, we have clients that have never used a computer or a smartphone, and they, I think our eldest customer is 104, had never used a smartphone or a computer, and just loves this. The tours and the group video and the connectivity with family and friends, has been really important to her. And we've had a lot of customers come back and say it's completely changed my outlook. I feel much more connected, and I feel more engaged, and I feel physically and mentally much, much better as a result. And that, as a company, that's what we've set out to do. We've gone to a lot of time and effort to design both the hardware. This is actually designed by us, and it's been designed to be simple to use. I mean, to give you an idea, that's the size of an iPad. And you can see the device is big, right? We can supply the SIM card. we can use your existing Wi-Fi or SIM card with the device and make sure that's working. And our provisioning team, so Dave that you spoke to in Victoria, he's part of our provisioning team. So he'll often come and deliver the product and set it up with you and have a chat and make sure you get the most of it.